Howdy y'all, this is Dwight and welcome back to Backyard Bonsai. In this video, I want to take y'all back out in the woods and give y'all a little update on some of my future projects that I have out in the woods because some have changed. So, come along and join me. First, I thought I'd give you an update on some of these that have been trimmed back and are sprouting back. From this area that's been cleared out. I got brave and I came down and I did some trimming on some of these. This one here, I like a rough looking stump, I guess you might call it. Now I only left 4 main leaders. I'm not real sure. I might take more of that off, but I at least cleaned it up and made it look a lot more simple. The main one I'm excited about is this one right here. I really like how the base of this looks with the moss on it, and I cleaned it up to where it only has the one trunk left on it now, so it will be like a little tree coming out of this base. And we got another one right over here that I cleaned up. I'm not real sure if I'll do anything with this because it's just kind of ugly, but I do got it to where it's just the one tree trunk coming up out of there now. So I'm not sure if I'll do anything with that one or not. But come springtime, I'm definitely going to see about digging this one right here up. I am very excited about that one now that I got brave enough to trim the excess branches off of it. Here's something else I thought I would show. Here along the path down in the woods is some of this moss that is growing, and at the base of this quite large tree it has a very nice amount of moss along the bottom of it. So I have a couple really nice spots to see about getting some moss from to maybe have at the bottom of my trees when I actually get them in the pots. So I just thought I'd throw that in. I also got some moss growing on the roof right there of the workshop back here. That's another spot I thought I might get some moss off of. I'm not sure if I can like have a live growing moss bed like in a pot or a tray. That would be something, if anybody has any knowledge on, I'd appreciate it down in the comments. But yeah, there's actually several spots up on the roof there with moss. Okay, we're in a section of woods that has a lot of saplings growing up, kind of congested here. And I picked one that, well, several actually, but this is one that is pretty decent sized. And I've actually trimmed several down. And this one here has not budded out, and it's going on 2 weeks now. So this one may not do anything for me. Which, again, this is in quite a congested area, so things need thinned out. So let's see, we got another one right over here, and this is where things start getting exciting. Again, you can see I've trimmed this down, same timeline, 2 weeks ago, and it is branching out or budding out, however that needs to be said, in numerous different spots here, and one down here at the bottom. And this is another one that is going to be a decent sized trunk. So I am very excited about this. This is a possibility for me to attempt to dig up next spring as well. And then, not far from it, is another one. It was smaller, And this is another one that hasn't did anything as of yet. Which, as we can see, we got, here's a large sapling, here's a smaller sapling, and all kind of small stuff coming up. So I'm not feeling bad at all about thinning this out a little bit, because it is, like I said, quite congested. Now this one right here is the biggest one, and if you remember, this is a tree that I showed you. It was just within a couple feet of, and I was afraid this wasn't going to do anything either. And then in the last couple days, we can see right here, it sprouted a little bit out, so that might end up doing something. Now let's come along to the other side of this tree. Here's one that I did, and whenever I trimmed it down, sorry, get back where you can see it, I noticed ants or something has been inside of here, and even after I trimmed it down, they had brought stuff out. So I'm not sure if that's going to end up killing this or not, but it has sprouted out quite nicely, and even down here at the bottom, it's got stuff coming out. So this is another one that is a potential for me. And then just to hop and a skip, we got one that is the strongest one yet, and one of the more interesting ones, with a little dog leg in the trunk. This was the first one to sprout out, and I'm sure as you can tell, the branches coming off of it are a lot more larger or longer, and it has several coming up off of it. We have a smaller one here, smaller one at the bottom, and then two nice sized ones. So this one is probably going to be a definite for next spring that I attempt to dig up. Well, that's been a little update on some of my future bonsai projects that are out in the woods. I hope that was interesting for y'all. And as a side note, for any of y'all that have experience with the moss, would I be better off leaving it where it's at until I need it, or should I try to harvest a little bit of it and grow it out, like I said, in a pot or a tray or something of that nature? Any of y'all have any knowledge, please let me know. I sure do appreciate it. And until y'all come by and visit me again here on the Backyard Bonsai, y'all take care.